Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole. The statements in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Madness Comic Network, its staff, sponsors, or contributors. This show is rated TVMA, as are all of them and all those other letters. Viewer discretion is highly advised, and, just do what Doc says. Read that again. Peace, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Geekmen and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin, and with me I have Myra and Zombie, and we're just hanging out.
Oh, that's funny.
And oh yeah, of course.
His mask.
I know. I was trying to figure out what you were cackling at.
Yeah.
I know. I forgot he was in that.
I'm sitting here on my phone while the credits are playing, and I'm going, "Oh, I still have all this on."
Oh well, in the spirit of Halloween.
Yeah,
it's
all good.
Dustin's got a hat. I got a hat.
Yeah. I need a fan and a drink. Oh well.
Do you want me to send down the girl? A girl?
Yeah, sure.
All right, somebody. Daddy needs a drink and a fan.
Howdy, Jessica.
All right, go on. Somebody go.
There you go.
Hey, Jess.
What?
We got our.
It's fine. Go.
We got some stuff in store for you guys. Let me say that. It's kind of a crazy episode. Yeah, I don't know. Got kids coming down and all that. So,
Hi, Cadence.
but anyway, let's start from the top. I know we have to go through things fairly quickly today. Unfortunately, no, not this one. That's special.
Maybe not like quick, but. It's it can be a standard length episode.
Yeah, I still want
a lot to. Point is, we got a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I have an entire list of movies. I will show an entire list of stuff to watch. Thank you. So yeah. I'm hoping to get to take some time and look into the movies.
Close the door.
That maybe we haven't seen and stuff like that. So
yeah.
That's my goal. How's everybody out there? What's new?
So,
are we watching anything new? Let's start there.
What you watching?
I know we're still watching High Potential and Only Murders in the Building, which I love both of those shows. They're really good. And
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Rec, and I'm watching Blacklist. I'm on season 6.
Jeez.
or no, I don't know, season 5, I think. I don't know. One of those seasons. There's 10 seasons. Just pick one, and that's where I'm at.
Jeez.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just watching time go by.
Yeah, right? So Jess says she hasn't got to watch much lately. And that's a bummer.
October's been a busy month. It usually is busy for me, but it's just been cranked up to 11 this year. And I haven't gotten much personally done this month like I normally would have liked to have done. But man, it is just I can't believe it's almost the final week of October.
I know. It's outrageous. And Mom just updated me. She says I'm on season 6, episode 4. That's right. That's right. Couldn't remember. All right. So Pops is watching Black Sails, Blackbeard, and Beowulf. I've watched a couple episodes of Black Sails.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Beowulf or Blackbeard. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a TV show?
I'm not sure what Blackbeard is either. Is it is that a TV show? Is that a movie? And which Beowulf? Because there's actually like a TV series Beowulf, and I've seen the first season of that. But now there's also a movie. That's an animated movie. I've seen that too.
Yeah. With all the doctor's appointments at the end of the day, I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yep.
I hope she gets better.
Totally agree.
So Beowulf season 1 on Peacock. Okay. All right. I think we actually have Peacock at the moment.
Just for a little bit longer.
I wonder if that's the same series that's on Tubi, because there is a season of Beowulf on Tubi, and I'm wondering if that's the same show. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Because I like that story. I like the story of Beowulf and Grendel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Huh.
Blackbeard is on Freevee, he says.
Yep. I'm going to have to look that up too. Look, I mean, come on.
Just start taking notes.
I've got the hat.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
There we go.
I've got some sort of hat. I'm sure it's more along the lines of Yellowstone or something like that, though. But they love you, hey? All right. Do we have any other business or things to talk about right now?
Nope.
All right, let's progress into the movies that we watched for this week right now. And to remind you that we were watching Trick or Treat and Howl. So those are the movies we'll be talking about.
All right.
Zombie, I like the hat. Mom says.
It looks really big on camera. I'm wondering now if this is like an oversized. It is like kind of really too big for me, I think, because it sinks down. Like my ears go inside of it.
I think it's supposed to be.
It is
big.
It is. It looks like one of them, like funny foam hats, but it's not. It's like it's a
funny.
costume.
It's a big hat.
Yeah, no, like it's a costume hat.
Ow.
So it's like it's got like the fake stitching on the side, but it's not really stitched.
Yeah.
To the dome of the hat, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I've had this thing for a few years now. It's just been in the closet.
It looks
And I
fine.
cleaned out my closet, so I'm like, ooh.
Did you find any skeletons?
Yes, I did. Several.
Mom says, I think it looks awesome.
I mean, on camera here now, it looks like I'm saying, it looks like one of those funny football hats that are, big.
The cheese has.
Yeah.
Foam,
Cheese head.
like the big.
It looks like
hat.
It looks like Burt Reynolds' hat. Burt Reynolds' hat when he was on Celebrity Jeopardy. It's a funny hat. It's a big hat.
There you go.
Turn it sideways.
No, it goes
now
the other way.
it's a hillbilly hat.
Oh my.
Hack Sparrow.
Hack Sparrow. Yeah. All right, that's enough of that.
All right.
Welcome to ADHD Theater, everyone.
Yeah.
Where this is your first time tuning in. I'm sorry.
You guys.
So just a quick update. I'll just say I was playing around with this guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to those folks over there on Zombie.
I was waiting to see if you could get it.
It's Toyomic Displays sent me that, and,
right. Toyomic
and Action Figure Alliance.
Action Figure Alliance. That's correct.
Yeah,
check them out. They're another. They're a toy show, kind of like what we do on Mondays. Only they're a little more polished and
not random.
Like animated backgrounds and stuff, and they have a soundtrack
animated
playing.
Backgrounds.
Okay,
no, you want an animated background? I can do an animated back. Oh, nope, I can't.
They're a good group of guys. They're fun to watch.
Yeah, they are. I thought I could, but oh yeah, here we go. Here's our animated background.
Yeah, fitting.
We should put that up when we go off topic like we just did. So
it would stay up all the
We're
time.
On fire.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, all right. So which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's do Howl first.
Oh, okay.
Let's do Howl first.
Oh,
I have Jack with me here. I mean, yeah. Sam.
Oh yeah.
Sam. I have Sam here with me. So
I want him.
I'll talk about him when we get to his movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, someone else go first. I'm gonna pull up our rating system.
Already?
Dude.
I need to get it ready. It takes me that long to get it ready. Ridiculous.
All right. Let's talk about these motherfucking werewolves on this motherfucking train. All right.
Nice.
Oh, at some point it just became the ass whooping express, and everybody got on board. Woo woo.
Pretty much.
This is true.
So
pretty much.
Going into it, what did y'all think? Because I kind of set it up. Okay, it's werewolves on a train, and you're thinking, how the hell could this even exist? Like, where would they go with this? So,
right.
Did it surprise you? Did it go, okay, well, I see how they did that, or was it pretty much expected?
Not
so easy
I don't
to answer.
Once the train broke down, we kind of figured it out.
Well, you did, but
you had it tagged at the beginning.
Listen,
yes,
it's gonna have to either have something dramatic happen to it, unless it's a highway robbery type trains, and it wasn't set in that period, so it just seemed logical that it's gonna break down, and either people would be coming on that are infected, or it's an infection on the train. But I knew it was gonna happen one of the two ways. So,
Wow.
I actually enjoyed it. I liked the main character, who is basically like a cross between Austin Butler and Tyrion Edgerton look-alike, and but it's not him. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, I know him from somewhere, and I'm like, I don't think it. I think it's the false Tyrion Edgerton. I think it's the false Tyrion Edgerton because I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. Still can't. So anyway, I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not Tyrion Edgerton. It says right here, it's not him. And so I was like, I was right, but it's, whoever it is, Tom, whatever, something boring name. But anyway, yeah. So
yeah, this was a movie I didn't recognize anybody from. Not one single actor or actress.
We recognize several because I know that dude. He has either he's been in something. I've seen him before, and he always immediately reminds me of Tyrion Edgerton, but I know it's not Tyrion Edgerton because he's been in stuff. He's been anyway. I just know he's not, and it's like it's the Tyrion Edgerton look-alike, I swear. But anyway, enough ranting about that. We did recognize several people.
Yeah.
I don't remember who they are,
But we recognized.
But I recognized them from something. But anyway.
Oh my.
So I guess I'll say I liked it. I'm not gonna rate it just yet.
Sounds like you were about to.
I know I was about to, but I'm like, we really haven't explained much of the movie. So the train breaks down, and okay, here's the thing. If he has an axe and tools and all that stuff in a compartment on a train, why would you sit there and try to pull this thing out from under the tracks? No, just go get the freaking axe and chop that dude up. Chop the thing up. It was a giant elk trapped under the train that
caused it to stop. Yeah.
That caused it to stop. And so the driver gets out and he's like,
Well, I don't think you really got the chance to because, he tried. he tried pulling, like I said, he tried pulling the elk out, and it wasn't budging. Right. And almost immediately after that, he got attacked. So he didn't really get a chance to go back onto the train to get any of the tools.
Yeah,
plus,
but I mean,
when it comes to the machinery of stuff like that, you don't just want to start swinging an axe at it because you could cause more damage.
Nah. It's dark. You're alone on this thing with, you just walk out and be like, all right, something's under there again. Go back around, get it out immediately. That's what you do. You don't mess around, especially in horror type movies. You're not going to mess around. Just go get an axe and hack the crap out of it. It's a problem solved. I definitely would have killed that lady.
Yes.
A lot sooner before she caused trouble. I would have been like, yeah, sorry. It sucks. I'm sorry. Bless you. Pray to your gods.
Bless
last
you.
Words, whatever you want to do, and hacking you down. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have to look out for the rest of the people on the train.
So once they broke down and they discovered that the conductor was missing, they all kind of panicked and said, okay, we're not waiting 4 hours for another train to come for us to get on it and backtrack. We're just going to get out and walk the rest of the way. And
right.
The guard,
yeah,
as he called himself, his title, kept telling him, I can't let you get off the train.
Mm-hmm.
Not only would I lose my job, it's not safe, all this other kind of stuff. And they just weren't having any of it. So
instead, they listened to the jerk face.
Yeah.
That's just like, oh, let's just do this stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And Mr. Alpha Male.
Yeah.
Who conveniently laid the keys. Okay. You see these two keys? This key is a house with family. and blah blah blah. And this key is to a nice quiet flat. Blah blah blah. It could be ours. Blah blah blah. It's just like, you know what? Shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, he was very pompous. But yeah, so they get off the train. Instead of staying on the tracks, for whatever reason, they venture off into the woods, which I thought was kind of odd. Like, why not just follow the tracks? So something happens. They hear some shit, so they all start running back to the train.
After they saw the conductor.
Yeah, after a couple of them saw the conductor. I don't think they all saw him, but they kind of found some of him.
just hanging around.
Just the bits they didn't like. And in piling on to the train again, the one elderly couple, the lady left her ham hock sticking out the train too long and she got bit.
Yeah.
So we get to see the progression of her situation deteriorate, and she's turning. But kind of at this point, they haven't really admitted to themselves they're really dealing with something supernatural, especially werewolves. Even though they all heard the howl and the growling and everything, and they're like, okay, that's not, because one of them said it was a bear, and the others like, bears don't howl. And then somebody else said, there hasn't been wolves here for centuries, so what the hell was it? And then the old lady, like, she could have seen while she was being attacked, while she was busy screaming, looking at everybody else on the train, screaming to save her, as if she had time to look back behind her to see that it was
between the doors,
a man or a beast, like she's, was trying to describe it or whatever. I never saw her look back, but suddenly she knows what it looks like. I found that kind of odd. I'm like, wait a minute.
The doors were closed on her leg. How could she see?
Right. And she's
little
panicked. Holy shit, something's biting me. Help me, and everybody's tugging and pulling on her and everything. So I don't know. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but that was one of the things that kind of jumped out at me. Like, what? Wait, what?
I did think it was fun, though. It was a fun little werewolf movie.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've seen a lot worse when it comes to werewolf movies. But this one was, it was good. It was different in a sense, and when they finally reveal the creature that's been stalking them, because he does eventually find his way onto the train. I keep wanting to say bus.
Yeah, right.
The big reveal of what that one looked like, he it's not very wolf looking. He's got the dog legs thing going on, and he's a little hairy, and he's definitely more bulky, muscular or whatever. But it's just like, it's like a dude with a fucked up mouth, like sharp, like teeth and everything. So it's not, I liked the fact that it wasn't like just a big wolf. It wasn't a wolf in human form, but then again, it wasn't like Wolfman werewolf, like a man was just a hairy man or whatever. Like, there was definitely some beast things going on. So it was like a mashup of everything. So I did kind of like that aspect of it. It was different.
And to go back to the previous episode, the whole reason we brought this movie to our attention was because of the glowing eyes.
Right.
That was definitely a cool effect. It was like,
that was creepy too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're stalking them,
especially when there was more than one.
The scenes out in
they're all like,
where you just
bouncing down around the
you just
looking at them. They're like, oh,
I love the way they depicted their movements and stuff, because it wasn't just like straight as a board. It's like, no, when you see the silhouette and their glowing yellow eyes or whatever, they're all like, and moving. It was just it was really cool. But Yeah, I actually like the scenes more with them shown in the silhouettes and the glowing eyes than the actual like seeing them, like the whole big reveal of what they look like. I
Yeah.
almost like those scenes where you can see them, but their features are still hidden, except for the outline
in
of their
shadows
bodies
and stuff.
eyes.
Yeah.
I really, really dug that part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a fun movie.
One of the other problems that I had with it, though, and I have to point this out. So the one guy that the younger guy that was there after a job interview, and they told him that he was underqualified or whatever, and he's the one that actually ends up figuring out how to repair the train to get it moving again.
Mm-hmm.
So he crawls under there. He finds the busted, whatever it was, fuel line or hydraulic line or whatever. Taped it all up. He's getting that fluid all over him the whole time he's doing this, right?
Right.
So they get going. They panic and start the train. So it starts moving, and he doesn't have enough time to get out from under the train because there's two werewolves right there outside. Yeah. So he can't get down because they'll hear him. So he just hangs on. He's hanging on for dear life as they're hauling ass down the tracks. So he ends up bumping that line again, and it busts, and the train stops again.
Mm-hmm.
He's still covered in all of that fluid, whether it's fuel or hydraulic fluid or whatever it may be. Next time we see him, he's back on the bus holding like some Molotov cocktail thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you would be engulfed in flames just from lighting that thing. Not only did he have that and he threw it at the werewolves and ended up on the train again, he had another one, lit it, and then walked through the fire to get further in. I'm going, what the hell is going on? He is soaked in flammable liquid. He would ignite instantly.
Yeah.
This is true.
Like, y'all forgot about that, I guess.
I was the thing that was bothered me about that scene was how he just sort of went like this and clamped the seal on the hose, and it's just like no wrapping around. I get you're in a hurry, but it's like, oh no, I'm just gonna squeeze it and hope the tape sticks. It's not gonna work.
Hey, it did for a little bit.
Until he touched
Hey, Grey Wolf,
again.
how's it going?
Hey, Grey Wolf. But yeah, no, it's I'm pointing these things out, but really, it's not a terrible movie at all.
No.
And it had a really good kind of twist at the end there. I don't know. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
I like the promo pic that you picked for that particular movie.
Yeah.
for the thumbnail. It's just got the hand on the window there. It's very like Titanic, only with blood.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of Titanic. I'll show it here again.
Yeah, there it is.
The other thumbnails I had as options.
Draw me like one of your werewolf girls, Jack.
For what? What'd you say?
Draw me like one of your werewolves. Jack.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, no, I get it. So the other ones were like the actual revealed werewolf, and I'm like,
that's too revealing.
That exactly. It was too much for a thumbnail for the show. I wanted to tease it a little bit, and that's why I had the full moon and I figured that would have been better, but I do agree with the hand on the window, and it is very much a Titanic moment, but
no romance.
That's the one I went with because the other ones were like full on howling,
yeah,
all up in your face. So
right.
So what do you rate this here? What do we all rate this here?
3.
3. All right.
Yeah, I'll go 3.5.
Yeah.
I was torn. 3.
Yeah, I'll agree. 3.5 because I did enjoy it, and it's weird because it's like, I don't know. There are parts of it that I liked more than, I don't know, Underworld werewolves. And there are parts of it that I would have liked the werewolves in some aspects to be more like. That's the only one that I can really think of that's has a
More
diverse
like
enough comparison. So yeah, my ruling is 3.5 as well. And you said 3, Pumara, right?
Yes.
All right.
Well, finish your thought. More like what? You wish they were more like, and then you stopped. You said something about Underworld.
Yeah, no, it's just I was torn between wanting them to be more like the werewolves in Underworld and, hoping for something original.
You mean as far as looks go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I really liked the way they looked. But it was just one of those things like.
So the other 3 at the end of the movie looked a little more wolfish than the first one that we see in the movie when he's on the train and he just looks like a really messed up buff guy with sharp teeth. But he's
and
still
a wedding
got the
ring.
dog leg thing going. So it's almost like he was a younger transformed werewolf, maybe, because the other 3 that they show at the end of the movie, they've got a little more fur on them.
Yeah.
They've got a little more dog face going.
Yeah.
Especially like that one lead female, like she was clearly,
just
had been a werewolf for a little bit, yeah.
yeah, like she was definitely more wolf-like than the other 2 that were under her.
Yeah.
And then of course, one of the guys that we see that gets transformed, he's not as like wolfish. He's more like Wolfman. His features are starting to come in. He's got some of the pointy ears, and his nose is starting to broaden, and he's got the sharp teeth at that point. But he's not like all dogged out like the other ones were.
Right, and the same thing with the older lady.
Yeah, like she had some of the. Hers was almost vampiric in appearance. Like it was definitely creature.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't come off as much as wolf, but
I think it's just a matter of time. She would have looked more wolf than.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's a fun concept to sort of think about. Like, is it a situation where this disease is actually like a vampiric disease, and through their efforts to modify or try to cure themselves of it, it turned into a different disease and it like makes them more dog-like. I think that's an interesting concept that would be fun to explore in some other media at some point.
It's probably been thought up before.
Perhaps.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it. You were supposed to watch it this week. Shame on you if you didn't. But it's a fun one.
It is.
So moving on to Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
That little boy's cute, and I need to have a stuffed animal of him.
Do you have a Spirit Halloween anywhere nearby?
Yeah,
because there's a ton of stuff at ours.
Really?
His name is Sam.
Oh yeah, he's cute.
Sam Hain, Spirit of Halloween. No, but yeah, this one I opted to hold out and watch with my family because I've seen this one a couple of times. So I kind of remembered most of it. There was some things that I did forget about, but my youngest isn't a very big horror fan. So she lasted maybe all of 5 minutes.
Really?
I think the opening scene kind of did it in for her. She didn't even make it through the opening scene.
That's
so
funny.
and it worried her just to even hear some of the sounds, and she even admitted that her imagination made it worse in her head. And I tried to tell her, like, yeah, there's only like a couple of parts that are like really like gory or disturbing or whatever, but then that's coming from me, so you can't really trust that. But so my oldest, my wife and I are sitting there watching it and everything, and I'm watching them squirm or going ooh at some of the parts, and my youngest has got her headphones on at this point. She's like, nope. So I'm going to cut to the end here after it was all over with and everything. The next day, they were still talking about it, my wife and my oldest, and they were telling our youngest about it. And, they kept going and going and going. And I'm like, well, why don't y'all just rewatch the movie at this point? You're giving her the play-by-play. So I talked her into watching the segments with the children, their parts, and then they caught a glimpse of Sam. My youngest caught a glimpse of Sam, and she was like, "Oh, that's really cute," I'm like, "Oh," because the figure that I have here is the NECA.
Oh,
figure.
Nice.
So, and he comes with all kinds of accessories and stuff from the movie.
That's cool.
And what he looks like under the hood, and so she knew what these were.
Yeah.
And she was asking questions. I showed her this before the movie so that she would recognize him when she's seen him.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they were telling her about it and everything. She watched the scene with the kids, and so we were explaining why certain things happened the way it did and everything. So I think I've talked her into, on one of my days off, we're going to go back and watch it. And I told her, on the parts I know you're not going to like, I'll just tell you, just look away or whatever, because I know her. So
yeah.
But was this y'all's first time seeing this?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Let's hear what you guys thought about it, because I watch this movie every year.
Quick comment from Grey Wolf. Good Halloween pranks, caramel covered onions and chocolate covered Brussels sprouts.
You may get a little visit from Sam.
Right.
Doing stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Oh, goodness.
So no, go ahead.
When I heard the name Pumpkinhead for that little movie over there, the other movie, this is what I thought would be Pumpkinhead. Anyway.
I know. There's a Pumpkinhead for Derry, since he was fixated on that.
Right. No, I liked how Sam got his revenge to the bus driver. Finally, after 30 years.
30 years, yeah.
Yeah. And everybody deserved it. But they got coming to them. And at Paquin, what was she, a vampire, or were they werewolves too?
Werewolves.
Okay. Yeah. She was okay.
She was okay.
Yeah.
I think she made the comment. She's like, got bit by a werewolf again. I got bit by a vampire. Can't escape vampires.
Yeah, because I thought he was really a vampire that bit her. But, apparently those were fake teeth, and he still was able to draw blood.
Yeah.
So, no, I enjoyed it. I would rewatch this one.
I kind of make a tradition of watching this one every year. Dustin, what about you?
I agree. I enjoyed it. It was worth a rewatch down the road, probably next year or a year after, it's a decent watch.
Yeah.
Did the timeline of the sequence of things confuse you?
No. Because we're like, okay, so when that old man screams, he's the neighbor's burying the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And did he really chop off that kid's thing and hand it to the dog?
off of the one that was already dead, I think.
Yeah.
The kid, right? The one
Right.
he was just about to bury. He was trying to shut the dog up. So he
Well,
chopped off his...
There were two kids, at least two kids in that hole.
I thought one was his wife.
No.
Oh.
No, the wife has been dead long before now. Which I have a theory about that. I think so. So as the movie starts, we see what happens to somebody that because there's rules to really every holiday. So Halloween is no exception. The couple coming home from the parade celebration and all that, they're in full costume, and we'll just say, I guess that they were, husband and wife. The wife is like, we're gonna blow out the candle and the jack-o'-lantern, take all these decorations down right now, all this other kind of stuff. And the husband was like, no, there's like, it's tradition. Leave it lit a little bit longer or whatever. And she's all like, no, my mom's coming over tomorrow and she doesn't want to see all this crap and all that kind of shit. So,
right.
So, and he's wanting to get a little freaky and everything. He's wanting a little bit of action. He's feeling good. They're both kind of drunk. And, so he coaxes her into it a little bit. She's like, all right, well, you go start the movie and I'll start taking some of this stuff down. So, that doesn't play out like either one of them.
No.
Because Jack catches up with her. I keep saying Jack. Sam catches up with her. And he's not happy. First of all, you got rid of your protection. You put out your light in your jack-o'-lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's mistake number one. Mistake number two is you're starting to take down your decorations on Halloween night. You don't do that.
Gotta wait till at least Thanksgiving.
He gets a hold of her, and it's not pretty. The husband wakes up, a couple of hours later or whatever, and finds her in pieces out in the yard amongst the decorations. Mm-hmm. And then we go to another scene. What's funny is when this movie starts, it says, there's rules to Halloween. Don't take candy from strangers. Don't be out alone. Stay on the sidewalks. And one of the first things that we see is a little kid pulling a wagon with a jack-o'-lantern in it, and she doesn't stay on the sidewalk. She walks straight out into the street and almost gets hit, which comes into play later. And my daughter pointed that out. She's like, she didn't stay on the sidewalk. She almost got hit. I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's real, okay?
Seriously.
And as the movie progresses, we see there's an everyday Joe. He's, bloodline. Hey,
hello.
He's this kid that he knows. He's a principal, knows from school, the kid, and he knows from school and everything, and tells him, oh, come on, I had to go out and get this knife, because his others were dull, and he's carving his jack-o'-lantern. And did you recognize the kid?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
He's from Bad Santa.
Hey, you want a sandwich?
You want a sandwich?
Yeah. So he was walking down the street smashing pumpkins before he got up to the principal's house,
right?
And of course the principal, he's kind of, something's not right about him. He's just instantly you get that weird feeling from him. But the kid takes some candy from him. It's Halloween, right? And then his stomach starts gurgling and everything, and he's just poison candy. Turns out the principal's a psycho, and
he's like, you're supposed to check your candy.
Right. So the theory that I have is his wife was probably his first kill, so he got a taste for it, and he decides Halloween's the perfect night because it's easier to cover up if you're covered in blood or you're dismembering somebody. Oh, hey, it's just decorations, chopping somebody up on your front porch or whatever. Yeah, come on, kids, take some candy.
Well, because they did say he had blood all over him after he just drug in that kid, and he's just like, oh yeah, nice costume, and it's just like clearly blood from that kid. It's like
right. So he's
and I don't know what his name is, but he's the kid from Bad Santa. So
so if you've seen Bad Santa, he's the one kid in there that's always, you want me to make you a sandwich. Yeah, the curly haired.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he falls victim to the psychotic principal, which later you find out he decapitates the kid. The principal has a son. The principal's digging a grave in his backyard, trying to bury that kid, and he's got another kid in the hole that's dressed up in some type of like clown costume or whatever. You can see all the colorful things on the sleeve because
I did not see that.
Yeah. So on your next watching, there's a kid in a costume. It's colorful. I don't know. It reminds me of like a clown costume or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and we saw that earlier in a kid in the clown suit earlier who came to the house already. We saw him.
Oh.
So he's got at least 2 kids down in that hole he's trying to bury. All the while is cranky old neighbors, dogs barking at him. He's, really not trying to attract attention at that point. Neighbors fussing at him, stinks like hell out here. Oh, it's just the septic tank. He's hollering at him to get it fixed. Telling the dog to hurry up and take a shit. And that's when, the principal guy threw the finger across the yard to try and distract.
Was it a finger or was it something else?
It was a finger.
It was a finger.
I asked you what it was, and you agreed with me.
I did not agree.
It was a finger.
It was a finger.
It's got a fingernail on it if you go back and watch.
I'll have to rewatch that part too.
So as all that's happening and everything, we find out, okay, the principal's got a kid. Kid's hollering at his dad while his dad's trying to bury the bodies in his backyard. Help me with the carving the jack-o'-lantern and everything. The kid's as much of a psycho as his dad is. He's
definitely
saying, I wish mom were still alive and all this. But yeah, no. So he goes to the next scene. There's these kids that come to the house for trick or treating. They ask if they can have his jack-o'-lantern or whatever. So they take off with the jack-o'-lantern. Those
UNICEF,
kids,
right?
Brett Kelly. Okay.
Those kids have their own story. They're collecting, what was it, 8 jack-o'-lanterns?
Yeah.
For the students.
To go pay tribute to the dead kids from 30 years ago from the bus massacre thing at the rock quarry. And they get this one girl who's an idiot savant, and they're trying to play this practical joke on her.
Yeah.
And they do, but it doesn't go so well for the kids in the end. I don't want to tell the whole movie, so I'm skipping around here. But yeah, no, she gets a little payback in the end, I think.
Yeah.
It sucks for those other kids, but they broke the rules too. They didn't do what they set out to do. They kicked over the pumpkins. That one little shit girl who wants to be leader so bad was bossing everybody around and
right.
Put out all the candles and the jack-o'-lanterns. Again, don't do that. But yeah, so it's funny because after that whole scene plays out and everything, and she gets out of the freight elevator, like I almost said it again. Sam is standing right there as she's coming off of that elevator, and they both stop and look at each other. And Sam walks over to the edge and looks over it. So, and then we have your werewolves that you don't like, Kumira.
Okay.
I thought was hilarious. I thought so this is layered, okay? So it's not just a gratuitous, attractive women luring men out into the woods for, whatever you might think that they're going to be doing. But the whole time they're talking, there's like this rite of passage they're talking about, the younger one who's
It's
dressed
tradition,
up like
you have to
Red
wear
Riding Hood has to find her own date.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of this
She's
stuff.
still a virgin.
Right. So they're alluding to like, this is going to be like an orgy or something.
Yeah.
It's not. It's definitely not. So as their story is setting up, we see this guy kill this other woman by, he reveals, vampire fangs, and he's biting her all over, drawing blood and everything, and leaves her out on the street. So Little Red Riding Hood catches his eye, and the whole time she's trying to find a guy to take out to the woods at this, secret meeting point or whatever that the other ones are already at. So the first one she sees is a centaur, and then the ass end lifts up and it's a woman, and they start like, and then there was what was one of the others? I forget what the other one was, but one of them was like dressed up like a Viking or whatever. You can only see it from behind. Yeah. And she like lights up like, ooh, and it turns and it's a woman.
Yeah.
And she goes,
right.
Ooh.
Right.
Like you can see the recoil in her face, like, whoop, that was a man. So the vampire dude catches her eye. She sees him, he sees her.
Yeah, sorry.
And she takes the advice of playing hard to get or whatever. So he follows her out, and he's going to jump her and attack her, and he does. And then, you hear her scream, there's blood. Next thing you see, it's back at the, out in the middle of the woods or whatever, and you just see the red hood get thrown onto the ground. There's a body wrapped in it, and everybody like stops, and they're kind of screaming a little bit, and it's the vampire guy. And he's confused. He's a little delirious. He's going, help me, or whatever. And they lift up the mask, and it's the fucking principal guy. And a little shit.
That's right.
And then they take the teeth out. It's like, oh, they're not even real, And and then here comes Little Red Riding Hood, and she's going, yeah, I had to kind of trick him to follow me and get him here and all that shit. And he can't get up because he's got a broken leg. There's bone sticking through.
Yeah.
He's crying at this point. It's like, come on, man. You like killed a couple of kids like a few hours ago. You like stabbed this other poor woman to death with your stupid fucking fangs. Yeah, now you're gonna cry like a bitch. and that was the whole big reveal of the virgin part of it was this was her first time transforming.
Yeah.
And all of that shit. So all the other girls that was in the group, they all wolf out. They're pulling skin off and shit.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a different type of transformation. Yeah. It was almost like a skin suit they had to rip off or whatever.
Right.
So that was interesting, and then, they're all howling and everything. And then if you remember during the kids' story, when the first three kids go down into the rock quarry in the elevator, you've got the one girl dressed as the witch and the one little boy dressed as the pirate. They hear howling, and the witch girl, the idiot savant, I think her name was Rhonda, she goes, werewolves. Like she knew.
She knew a lot about Halloween.
Yeah, she did. She knew the history, but that's kind of what idiot savants do. They like hyper fixate on something and they know all about it because they retain it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So you got that reveal and everything, and then we get the story that ties into the kids from the bust from 30 years ago. Is the old man who's the neighbor of the principal, and he gets a big visit from Sam because he's not he didn't decorate for any kind of nothing for Halloween. Yep. He's getting his dog to chase off the trick-or-treaters. He steals their candy after they get scared and runs off or whatever. So Sam really comes and pays him a big visit. So you're starting to see a little bit of a theme here where certain stories tie in together, whether some of the characters bump into some of the others from the other parts of the story, or like with the werewolf and the howl, like they howled at the end of their scene, but the kids heard the howling. They were out in the woods too, so you're starting to see these stories are actually happening in parallel to each other at the same time. We're just not getting them in that linear fashion.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing here we're getting with Sam and the bus driver story, because that's happening at the same time as the principal when he's, dealing with the one kid that he poisons and decapitates and he's burying him. And then he carves his head with this boy and all that stuff. So all of that's happening at the same time as all of that other stuff. So, but the whole thing with Sam, with that bus driver, is like, holy crap, man, look at all of this. And one of the cool little things that comes with this figure is this pumpkin from the scene.
Where he got...
But hang on. I'm gonna cut the lights out real quick because this lights up. And I didn't know this until like last night.
Awesome.
So,
nice. Boy.
It's just like the scene from that movie. Oh, it stays on. Let it.
Nice.
Awesome.
From the upstairs scene with the with the bus driver, which you don't know. I mean, there's clues there that he is the bus driver from that story. He's got the scar on his face. I can't see anything. Let me get my lights back on here. So during the story that the kids are telling about that, at the end of it, when we see the bus driver, surface out of the water and crawl out, he's got this like almost like a pyramid shaped scar on his face, on his cheek. And the old man, if you look close enough, it's represented there. It's still there. So there's a clue, oh, it's this guy. But really, when you follow the story through and everything, you see he's burning stuff or whatever. He's burning photographs, and it zooms in on one of those, and it's a picture of him in front of the bus with the kids that he, had on the bus with him and everything.
Right.
So that scene plays out, he inadvertently follows one of the rules of Halloween, and Sam spares him for the time being. Some of the candy that he stole, Sam accepted that as an offering, like, okay, you're handing out candy. I got candy from you. It's good. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But through the powers that be, whatever, with the kids, with their part of the story, where the kids from the bus from 30 years ago came back, they sought out their own revenge on this guy, even though he completely turned around and started handing out, it was mints, but that's what he had. So, and his yard got decorated because Sam did some Halloween magic or whatever and put jack-o'-lanterns all over his yard.
Yeah.
But after Sam leaves, after he leaves that dude's house, and he's standing out front, making sure, okay, yeah, he's handing out something to kids now. So he turns his focus because here comes the couple from the beginning of the movie. Mm-hmm. So we see the end of the movie in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Because of the timeline, kind of weird how it's working out. So
the nonlinear storytelling fashion.
Right. So it's not. So all of the stories aren't told in order either. So it jumps around. So it's I don't know. I think it's brilliant. I like the way that they did it.
So, me too.
Yeah, it was good.
I like this movie if you can't tell.
Yeah, I do too.
What are our votes?
So, fun fact here, real quick. The guy that I guess that wrote all of this, he also had a hand in Krampus, the movie that we saw last year.
Oh yeah, okay.
So there's kind of a tie-in there, kind of the same creative team. So
and my mom stepped up to the plate and announced that the kid's name is Brett Kelly.
Okay.
So she did some IMDbing for us that we're all too lazy to do or too preoccupied with running the show and whatnot to do. So appreciate that. But anyway,
so how do you rate it?
4.5. Because I had no idea there was rituals for Halloween, and I don't want Sam to visit me.
I don't know if you want that or not.
Yeah,
I mean, he's cute. He's cute.
I said I don't want him to visit me. So.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted him to live.
No.
I'm gonna go 4.5 as well. Dustin, what'd you say?
I'll say 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not as big into it as y'all are, but I enjoyed it still nonetheless. But
it did have some boobies in it.
That's fair. I can't disagree. So.
No, I get it. I get it.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that I have a like a strong attachment to this movie because, I mean, I don't really know why, but okay, so it's basically because I'm stingy. So the 4.5 to 5 are gonna have to be like mind-blowingly good.
Yeah, no.
So that's why I'm not like.
I rated this one high because I thought it was very creative.
Yeah.
The direction was really great because it's not exactly what you expect. It's another one of those kind of movies that have a bunch of short stories, but they're all connected somehow, some way. I like the design of Sam. I think it's great. The spirit of Halloween being child size in a like Halloween type costume. It's not
his pajamas.
It's not new. It's not like super ancient old. It's just kind of, it has almost this timeless kind of look to it,
Yeah.
But yeah, with the little butt flap, the pajamas with the little butt flap and the footies, it's great. I mean, I'm surprised he's not bigger than he, popularity wise, bigger than he is.
Right.
Right.
Because
I have the same trouble as you did. I keep wanting to call him Jack.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead.
But yeah.
Right.
And
I prefer the burlap sack mask as opposed, the look, as opposed to, the jack-o'-lantern type of animated head that he has, which is fine. It's a great look too. It's just this says Halloween to me.
So what's he have in his sack?
Huh?
What's he have in his sack?
It's just a solid.
No. I meant in the movie. What's he carrying around?
I mean,
arms,
heads.
Probably candy. I would think it's candy because we see him pull the lollipop
Sucker.
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he bites it to make the sharp weapon that he uses.
Yeah.
To kill that lady.
To stick in that chick's face.
Right. Well, he also attacked the bus driver with it, and that's how he got the candy bar because it fell on his chest, and instead of stabbing the bus driver, he got the candy instead, and he picked it up and he looked at it like, oh, hey, I got candy from him. Okay, I guess he's okay then.
Right.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I dig him, but like, I don't know. My wife now is I think is gonna start becoming obsessed with him because she's looking online at
I'm about to do
Spirit
that
Halloween
too.
stuff,
Yeah.
and there's like this hanging decoration that she keeps talking about. I'm like, he's got no legs though.
I'm gonna have to look too.
I imagine that Humaira is gonna go out and look for that NECA figure in Walmart section.
I did see an art figure, and he was part of a lamp, and I almost bought it.
So there is an art figure. It's only got like 5 points of articulation or something that I saw at Walmart. I did see that lamp you're talking about.
It looks cheap.
Sam here, I actually bought maybe 2 years ago at Walmart.
Oh.
I don't know how expensive he is now, though. He's not on the shelves right now.
Yeah. I don't
and it wasn't even at my local Walmart. Like it was out of state when I found it. So, because
Which isn't far for him, though.
Well, depends on the direction. So, but yeah, no, I haven't seen them on shelves in a little while. So this is the type of design that I'm really surprised that Mezco has not got a hold of yet, because this just screams to be done in soft goods.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
And even NECA still has kind of touched on soft goods. Like, this is one of the kids from one of the Halloween movies, the one that has nothing to do with Michael Myers at all. It's just about these stupid fucking masks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like that movie. I'm sorry. If you like it, whatever. You do you, I do me. But I did get this figure because this, I mean, come on. That is a cool figure to me. I don't know. It's a kid dressed up in a Halloween costume, the pumpkin mask or whatever. And it also reminds me of that one animated GIF, whatever you say, of like the guy dancing like this.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That definitely.
But yeah, so NECA does dabble in soft goods.
It totally is. Oh my god.
Yeah. Right? So but no, yeah, I'm surprised that Mezco has not like grabbed the hold of this and made one, because they're known for, the soft 1/12 scale soft goods. I mean, they're the kings of it. So I don't know. Anybody watching that knows anybody from Mezco, tell them, what's up with Sam? How come you guys haven't done this yet? And I mean, he's got like the stitching for like the smile on his mask and everything. So, I mean, this guy moves. He does move. He's not just a statue. He's got the typical NECA articulation. It just gets a little janky here whenever you lift his arm up, because it's got like this indentation here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where because at the arm at resting, it looks a little more natural.
Yeah.
But no, he's got kind of the standard, NECA articulation. And he does come with that sucker that he makes the weapon with.
Yeah.
Let me crack the box open here. So it's let me get it.
Right there. I see it.
Where is it? Yeah, it's right there. So that's the sucker. I don't know how well can you.
I see it.
Yeah, I see it.
You can see it's got the bite taken out of it.
Yeah.
The thing next to it, it looks like nothing. That's the candy bar with the razor blade in it.
Nice.
Okay.
And then there's his hand after it gets blown off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right there.
Yeah.
The alternate hand, that's to hold that sucker.
Okay.
But then it's got another one of the jack-o'-lanterns from the movie, from the front porch. Then of course the face reveals of what's under the mask.
Yeah.
And then that's the mask with the mouth ripped open, so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I prefer that look for him. It's it's classic, So those were the movies from this week.
Yes.
Do you want to get to are we picking tonight, the movies that we asked everybody, we asked all our viewers on all of our socials, hey, what's the scariest horror movie, either from your childhood or even now as an adult, what scares the hell out of you? Dustin has compiled that list all month long, and we're going to go through it now and pick our movies for next Friday.
Do you want to pull up another tab and share so that way I can read them from the list and you can pull it up and then we'll look? Might be the quicker.
Sure. Let's do it. All right. Do you have a preferred site that you want me to go to for this?
Just IMDb.
I'm just going to Google.
That works.
IMDb. All right.
IMDb will also tell us if it's available to watch anywhere.
If I can get to the site. All right. So while I'm pulling this up, what is our first?
Okay, so 1, 2.
Well, yeah, I guess how many have we collected? That's where we should start.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I still have a little bit of the sniffles.
Looks like just about 31.
Holy crap. Okay. I don't know that we're going to have time to look all of these up.
I'm not saying look.
We got to go with the top 2.
So let's do this. How about let's run through them. I didn't realize there was that many.
Yeah.
Okay, 44.
Jeez.
Holy crap. There's even Jesus.
I had to turn the page. There was more from last week. So suggestions from comments, we had Nothing But Trouble. I don't know what that is. Do you?
I don't think I've heard of that.
The Orphanage, Near Dark, and Carrie. Then suggestions from Facebook. Rosemary's Baby, The Terrifier, which we did watch previously, The Descent, Event Horizon, Dark Skies, The Others, The Tunnel, The Fourth Kind, Entity, and then some of these have had multiple suggestions, so there's 40 plus other suggestions that repeat. Okay, so Hereditary got multiple votes, Midsummer got multiple votes, Exorcist 3 specifically, and specifically the hallway scene is something that someone felt compelled to share, like especially the hallway scene, you know what I mean? Right. Signs, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dongs, the OG Candyman, Mother, which I haven't heard of, Jeepers Creepers 3, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, 1973, The Shining, several votes for that as well, Jacob's Ladder, Entrance, Fire in the Sky, and which I don't think I've heard of that one, or Entrance, Oculus, which sounds interesting. I don't think I've seen that. And then the Sinister movies. So there's multiple Sinister movies, like Sinister 1, Sinister 2, Sinister The Last Key, Sinister The Devil Made Me Do It, or what, that series of movies, which I agree with. Those are they're
good.
Very good movies. The Ritual, which we've watched, The Omen, 1976. The Exorcist, 1973, or whatever that one was, which we haven't watched here, but I know I've seen it before. The Cure, which I'm not familiar with. And then Reds, 1984, which I've never heard of. The Ring, multiple votes for The Ring. I Am Legend. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. My sister voted for that one. And I said, okay, well, which one? The original one or the one with Rob Zombie, where Rob Zombie did it? And she's just like, oh, I didn't know there was an original one. So obviously she saw the original one or the one with Rob Zombie and was scared of it. So there's that. When Evil Lurks. Nightmare Before Elm Street 2, Jessica voted for that one. Cujo, Jessica also voted for that one. And she also voted for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. The Woman in Black. Amityville Horror. Silence of the Lambs. Event Horizon. The Grudge. And The Descent. Which I know I've been wanting to watch The Descent for a while. Any of these sound interesting to you that you want to look into?
So I did
I
did look up that first one, Nothing But Trouble. And I have heard of this movie. This is the one with Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase.
Is it a horror movie? Because it might have just been one I had written down and not sectioned off for suggested for this comic.
I mean, it's. I mean, with that lineup, you would think it was a comedy.
Well, I mean, I just had. This is for multiple weeks where we've collected comments from the comment section.
It's labeled as a dark comedy. So I don't know. I mean, we could keep that on the list maybe for future viewing. I have heard some crazy stuff about this movie though. Like it was just bonkers on the set as far as production goes, and like lots of people just didn't want to have anything to do with it and all that kind of stuff. Now, whether or not any of that's true, I don't know. Yeah. I've never seen this movie. And I may catch a lot of crap for this, but I don't think I've ever seen The Shining.
I haven't either.
I don't think I've seen any of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
I did see the one with Rob Zombie because I watched it right on the heels of House of a Thousand Corpses. And so it was sort of like, oh, if you like this, you'll also like this movie. And so I just...
Right.
We were in a rabbit hole and we watched several of them.
I am not sure if I've seen any of the Exorcist movies.
I've seen the first one.
I remember seeing Poltergeist, and I guess I got those kind of confused in my head at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I've seen any of the Exorcist movies.
We watched the old one, right?
Yeah, we watched the very first one.
Yeah, and the black and white or something.
But it's the third one specifically was what was suggested.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have to see the other two before you see the third one.
I don't know.
I don't know if they're connected that way, or I don't know.
I don't think.
I don't know. I hope not.
Well, we already watched the first two.
I don't think I've seen Carrie either.
Yeah, I haven't either. The Orphanage sounds interesting to me. And
now, what was the other one? Mother or Mama or something like that?
Mother.
I think I remember this one. It has something that, now I don't think I've seen it, but I remember like this, like movie trailers or whatever. Like these two kids are found out in the wild or whatever, and like they see their dead mother or something. So it's kind of like, I guess, a ghost possession sort of thing or something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But it's not like, she's not like normal like you and me. She's all like grotesque and black and nasty looking, oozing stuff or whatever, crawling on walls and shit.
That was Hereditary.
Yeah, but this had that kind of stuff in the trailer too.
Okay.
Like, okay, let me. You know what? We're sitting here talking about it. What is it? Mother?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mother. I thought that was Jennifer Lawrence. I thought we had looked that up before at one point.
Oh yeah, maybe that's so. All right, I got it pulled up. Oops, too far. I don't know if we're allowed to play that or not.
We'll go as long as we're talking over it, and don't have it full screen. I think it's supposed to be fine. I know other people have gotten away with it. So
okay, let me unmute it here. It says a couple's relationship is tested when uninvited guests arrive at their home, disrupting their tranquil existence. Okay, so this is not that movie I was thinking about.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah.
Please, come in.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
A stranger? We're just going to let him sleep in our house.
Is that Hannibal?
Hello.
No, definitely not.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
I didn't think it was Michelle Pfeiffer.
He has pictures of you in his luggage.
What were you doing in their luggage?
What the crap was that?
Whoa!
Why are you drinking nothing that you put in there and it sizzles like that?
It's yellow.
They've come here to see me.
Come quick!
Oh yeah, cask of Amontillado in there, huh?
All I'm trying to do is bring life into this house. Open the door to new people, new ideas. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh,
see?
Michelle Pfeiffer. All right.
You would recognize her.
It's just never enough.
I just couldn't see her.
So what's the deal with the title, Mother? I don't get it. Was it his mother?
I don't know. I mean, we can speculate or we can add it to the list as potentials. So,
I don't know. We got to do some narrowing down.
all right. So
Quickly.
let's put this on the side. Potential mother. I'll have a potential mother.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in this Exorcist 3 thing since the hallway scene was called out. Like,
yeah,
I'm curious about this. So,
I'm curious about it too, but I'm also curious about. I know I've never seen Shining, and I hear that's one of Jack Nicholson's finest movies, supposedly. Oculus sounds interesting because I don't like eyeballs. And, I'm, wanting to face my fears, so to speak. This Descent is also high up there for me. We have to pick 2 movies out of 40.
In 8 minutes, 7 minutes.
I don't know that this can be done. I don't know. Yeah, for real. I haven't seen The Shining either, so I'm kind of leaning towards that.
Okay, so let's do The Shining. So that's boom, set in stone. Shining, because none of us have seen it.
Right.
And then you're wanting to see Exorcist 3?
Yeah.
The hallway scene, or
did anything else? Did anything else jump out? It's like I don't want to pick both of them because I'm like, all right, yeah, sure.
Well, the Descent, Oculus.
So I have seen both Descent movies. So because there's two of them that I know of.
Yeah.
And it's it's an unhinged kind of movie.
Right.
Especially the first one. I mean, because you don't
Especially
know,
because
you don't
I
know really
suggested
what
this
to
one.
get to.
Yeah, because I suggested this one, and you were like, "Ooh, no." Your reaction to my suggestion was interesting to me.
It's unsettling. Like it doesn't bother me. I'm like so what does bother me, and I'm not really claustrophobic. I don't have a problem with like
Tight spaces.
being in a room with like a closed door, or I have a problem being underground and have to squeeze through an area that I can't see where I'm going. That's what I have a problem with.
Right.
And there's a bunch of that in this movie.
Right.
Like, I don't even care about the creatures. It's the fact of like,
You can't move.
yeah, you're like, oh, I don't know.
That's
And
my fear too.
as a fat guy, it's like I know I'm not going to fit in there, so I know I'm not getting in there, so it don't bother me.
You wouldn't put yourself in that situation anyway.
I couldn't. I physically couldn't.
Like, I can't walk there. Forget it. I'm not going. I mean, that's even for me. I'm saying that for me. Like,
Yeah.
you mean I got to get on my stomach and crawl, or go even worse, feet first?
No.
Yeah.
Forget it.
My brother-in-law, not my brother-in-law, my brother is actually kind of a spelunker, of casual spelunker, and he does that. He goes on cave crawls and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think I could. So,
No. It sounds like we have a lock.
yeah. So Exorcist 3 and
No, The Shining.
oh, The Shining and Descent, or was that my choice, or what's the choice?
Descent.
I'm trying to look up where it's so The Shining looks like it's on Max.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see where to watch. Max, is it Philo? I don't know. YouTube Prime, Premium Hulu, Sling TV Premium, Amazon Prime, YouTube. If you've subscribed to any of those, that's where you're gonna have to look it up to watch it.
Yeah.
And then, what'd you say? The Descent?
Yes.
If I can spell it right. The Descent.
D-S.
And it's, what was The Shining? 1980, I think. The Descent is 2005. It is on Sling TV, Fubo, YouTube Prime, Hulu Premium, YouTube Premium. I'm not sure what Sling is. Have y'all heard of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's free. So I don't know if that's like an on-demand, or if it's like a scheduled and you have to catch it at a certain time.
Well, they do have live TV, but they also do have a DVR service. It is online cable.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Let's not do that one. Let's just do Mother, because we actually pulled that up and looked at Javier Bardem, or however you pronounce his name, is always a good watch, I'm sure. I don't think I've ever not liked anything that he's been in.
Where does it say where? Oh, let me back up. I've still got it on Exorcist 3. Mother. Where does it tell you where it's?
Scroll down. It's on the right. Paramount
Plus.
So I don't have Paramount.
What about Pluto?
Pluto's iffy for me. Sometimes I can get it to work. Sometimes that's another one that's like, sometimes they have stuff on demand where you can watch it whenever you want, and then sometimes it's like a scheduled like cable TV. It's on when it's on. You just catch it when it's on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
What about When Evil Lurks? I don't know if I've seen that one.
I'm not sure. I just looked up Exorcist 3 and it says that one's on Tubi.
Okay. Let's go with that then.
Let me what was When Evil Lurks?
I'm not even remembering that movie. It's entirely possible I've seen it, but
Hulu, AMC Plus, Philo, so I see Disney Plus. Really? Disney Plus?
oh, you're looking on your phone. I was looking at the screen trying to figure out.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm still sharing. Let me go here and try to. How do I? Oh, there's another window. Sorry, I'm terrible at this. What is it?
When Evil Lurks.
When Evil
Yeah, there it is.
Lurks.
Oh, yeah, I definitely have not seen this.
Oops.
We got the goats.
We got the goats.
What is this? Oh, he's daring you to do it. Hold it, sugar, bitch. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Big trying to consume you. Oh, is this like a Wendigo thing?
You will die. Oh.
You know, remote village,
Interesting.
two brothers find a
Hay un
demon
embichado en el pueblo.
man just about to give
Estás
birth.
asustando a mi familia.
The evil itself.
An evil kid.
Esto va a ser un infierno.
Intentionally spreading
It looks like it's Tom Hardy.
it's
Yeah.
Was
I'm
that-
interested.
I think kids are freaky, so.
Yeah.
Wait, is this?
Antes de que nazcan más.
Is it all subtitled?
It looks like it, yeah.
I might have a hard time with that.
Los tiempos de la fe se terminan rápido.
Maybe you could do English audio.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The power of film.
Whoops. What did I just do?
Yeah. My mom says no subtitles.
My mom
hates
said maybe
subtitles.
there's English audio.
Yeah, but listening to dubbed is never
Well, I
fun.
know, but this is what they want to do.
Let's go
Well, who's
see if there's
they?
a different one.
Pam, I mean, and you don't like subtitles either because you're going
Well,
to be
yeah, 'cause
working during it.
Well, it's not just that. It's sometimes I have a hard time following the action on the screen because I'm trying to read.
Right.
That's the whole,
Let-
yeah.
Look up Oculus.
Okay, let's see.
I definitely haven't seen that. Oculus.
Oculus.
Oculus. Oh my goodness.
What?
Is that the creature thing hanging behind it?
What?
Hello again.
What'd you say?
Must be hungry.
Is that the creature thing hanging behind it?
Looks like a mirror.
Tim is a healthy adult who represents no danger to himself or anyone else.
Oh.
And I believe he should be discharged.
Hey, little
It has
brother.
Dick.
I found it.
What do you mean?
We only have a few days
A few days for what?
to keep our promise and kill it. My name is Kaylee Ann Russell. The purpose of today's experiment is to prove that the object behind me is responsible for at least 45 deaths in the 4 centuries of its recorded existence.
So is Dick from
We
Teen
got a new
Titans.
home, so we get new furniture.
Yeah.
It's a bit ostentatious, though, don't you think?
And
I never saw that.
Okay.
Hey,
I
Dad,
don't like
who's
mirrors.
that lady
This
in
will
your
be cool.
office today?
What lady? We were just kids. We made up a scary story so we wouldn't have to accept the fact that our father was a sick man who killed our...
Mom?
Oh,
Hey!
Bo-Katan.
Longmire.
yeah, is
That
that
just
yeah, is that
ended right now and
Bo-Katan?
smashed again.
Yeah.
First, I intend
Yeah.
to prove that the people I've just described were
Oh,
victims
it's
of
she's
supernatural
the
force that resides in that
firecracker.
mirror.
You want to redeem
From
the
The
family name?
Boys.
You promised me you'd never forget what really happened.
I was 10 years old.
Daddy?
Tim.
Snap out of it.
It's not real. Oh my God.
Weird.
Uh-oh.
Why were you eating a live
Oh, that's messed up.
ball?
That's my demons. I have many. I've seen the devil.
That's good.
He is me.
I dig it.
Yes.
Okay.
The power of film
Paramount.
is connection.
Yeah, it says Paramount if you got Paramount.
Oh,
I see
looks
Pluto
Plex TV.
TV on there. So I think I might know what I have to do.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
Bloodlines,
doing-
because I love werewolf movies.
what are we doing? Oculus and
Yeah, sure.
Shining?
Yeah, sure. Oculus and Shining.
All right.
All right. Oculus. Nope, with an S. Spell it right. And The Shining for next week.
Yeah. So if we didn't pick one of your suggestions, hey, still got the list.
Stick around because we're
Yeah.
gonna watch all of it, especially the ones we haven't seen. Now, some of these on here, one or more of us have not seen.
Yeah,
Like
Dustin. I
I've
know
seen
you're-
Hereditary, I've seen Midsummer, I've seen Exorcist, I've seen Signs, which I don't think is scary.
I have not seen Signs.
Right, which means
I didn't find it all
need
that
to
scary
fix
either.
that.
But for everybody that says they're scared by Signs, it's that one scene where the alien pops up for like 1 second.
Yeah,
And then he's gone again. Like, for whatever reason, that freaks a lot of people out.
yeah. I mean, it's okay to be like, "Oh, whoa, that was cool."
Yeah.
But I mean, I genuinely enjoy that movie. So, all right.
no, it's
So
not
yeah,
bad.
we're gonna keep this
I like
list,
that.
obviously, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep coming back to this list
Yeah, no, totally.
because
sometimes
these
we
are
do-
some really good movies that that we
Yeah.
didn't. Obviously, it's impossible to pick what everyone wants, especially right off the bat. But these are great suggestions. We're gonna keep them nearby. I'm gonna keep them in my desk drawer, and we'll refer to them. And
Yeah, because sometimes we don't have movies pre-picked.
yeah,
You know, like there's no anniversary thing coming up, or there's no rhyme or reason to watch
yeah.
any particular thing. So we're going to refer back to this list eventually. It's
Yep.
going to happen. I know you're
Absolutely.
itching to watch The Descent, so
I am. Yeah, I mean, I suggested that months ago.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
know.
hey, what about The Descent? Because for me, it's like I could remember.
and I recoiled.
Yeah, you've recoiled, and I'm just like, oh, Was it creepy? I just remember the tight spaces. I remember the tight spaces, but then they had this weird. The humans that got stuck down there evolved, and they could now see in the dark, and they were like, well, or they were kind of like blind.
So don't get this movie confused with The Cave. Okay.
Okay.
Two similar concepts, two completely different movies. They have similarities, but they are not the same movie. So don't get it confused with The Cave. They're very similar.
That's the part I keep getting confused with, and that's why it's like, okay, well, I guess I need to see the movie then.
I mean, they do touch on, because there are creatures in The Descent.
Yeah.
So, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah. And we'll probably watch those one time when they're on Tubi or something. It's either to be or not to be.
To be or not to be. Love it.
All right. Any last thoughts on this before we part ways?
Don't blow out the candle in your jack-o'-lantern too early.
For sure.
Leave it lit.
Everybody
that participates in Halloween, whatever it may be, party, trick-or-treating. We're going trick-or-treating. Be safe.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Use your heads. Don't get too crazy. Just be safe.
Absolutely.
Party responsibly.
All right. Well, until next time, we will be back Monday, and there's shows coming up at 11 o'clock tonight, Freewheeling Fridays. So tune into that. Pops is hosting that one, and I'm sure it's going to be a barrel of laughs, a hoot and a half, so to speak. And so I will take down this Oculus and The Shining, and those are the movies we'll go with for next week. And until next time, Thunder Nerds ho!